I'm a representing of my peoples. Hear me, I say the Sunsplash mixing. I'm a representing of a Jack Prince. Hear me, I say the princess.
Welcome to the Sunsplash Mix Show. I am Selecta Princess.
I am Ja Prince, and as we move through the year 2024, getting ready for 2025, I'm in a very healthy relationship. So that means I have some different music that I'm listening to nowadays. Princess, you're on your way to Jamaica for some Vibes Cartel concert because we know we're fans of dancehall and reggae. So our guest today happens to be Mortimer. Wagwan Mortimer.
Bless up there. All good?
Very good.
Yes. Awesome. Awesome.
And there's a new album that's bubbling right now. Salute to everybody who's purchasing and supporting reggae music. Let's start right there. Debut album, Mortimer. What's the name?
Yeah, From Within. The name of my album is From Within. It's very first full length project, before we did an EP called Fight the Fight, And yeah, I'm super excited to share this with the world now. It's been a little while we've been working on it, so yeah, but nothing before the time. Yeah.
Definitely all in good time. And the title of it is From Within. And it sounds very honest and vulnerable just from the title. How do you say? What does this title encompass for you?
Exactly that. I feel like with the entire project, I just wanted to be as honest as I could be with my work, with my art. I didn't want to write what, you know, probably is expected of me to write, or, just as a Rasta overall, just kind of approaching it from a human being standpoint, before everything else, all the things that I was thinking about, all the things that I was feeling, I just wanted to keep it as true to that as possible.
And let's talk about the timing. Some people are going to say, all right, the EP knocked people off, they never expected. Then they were like, so when's the album? Let's go over the process. It ain't just knock two songs together in a studio in 6 months. How long has this project been bubbling?
uh, y- this project's been underway now for about, for as long as it needed to take. Yeah, but listen, it's been a joy working on it, and whilst working on it too, I also learned to develop patience, and yeah, patience with the art to kind of allow it to lead the way, you know. Yeah, sometimes I think we get caught up with our own ideas and the way we'd like to see things work out, but there's a way that it was supposed to work out that has nothing to do with your plan sometimes. Yeah.
If you don't know, I am truly a fan of your
I
music.
thank I do know, and I see your support, and I really thank you for that. I really appreciate that. I appreciate you. I just want to let you know.
I feel your genuineness. You know, um, that's probably all I can say now without spazzing out. But seriously, your music has really touched me and quite a few other people, and I just want that every day. I'm sure there's somebody new encountering your music. So if that gives you any inspiration to keep going, even more until time, whenever, I hope you keep that in mind. Every day is a new day, and I know there's new people every day. You have given us so many variations of art to look forward to. Your merchandise, your colored vinyls. You've added 3 dubs to this project. Um, Videos. We have 3 videos from this project as well. Who helped you present these gifts to us?
Oh well, my team, my team and we do good work together. I believe. I love working with them. My team includes Claire Osman, Julia Winter, as well as Superman. I mean, as my engineer in the studio as well. Big up to Superman. And all the musicians involved. It's all of us. It's a project from all of us because I didn't work on it on my own by myself. Yeah.
I love it. Now, when people start working on their project and they're locked in their focus and they're serious about the penmanship, which you have been, profoundly, I mean, you've been credited with your writing skills from other
Thank you.
peers like us in the media. Um, there comes a time where you start get excited. Tell me about the excitement when you get the vocals back from Damian Marley and that track "In My Time." What was the first thing when you get the track, when you get the vocals back?
Yeah, no, no, to be honest, like completely honest, I was like, oh, this is fire. Yeah, because like Damian Marley is somebody who I've wanted to work with for a long time, for years. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you're familiar, if you're like a fan from way back, or you listen to my music from Message Music. That was my first EP before Fight the Fight. It was a very old record. Just don't go and listen to it. It's horrible. Don't ever go and listen to it. But from that first EP, I think a lot of my influence or my sound was concerned was from Stephen Marley and Junior Gong Marley, to be honest. You know what I mean? I used to try to DJ like him a lot. Yeah, in my mirror at home. But yeah, it's special to me because of how far his music and I go. I've been a fan of his music from ever since, and I've been a fan of just what he stands for as a person, and his messaging in his music. That's very important to me as well. So, big respect to Winter for making that happen. What I mean, and love to Gang as well for being willing in the first place to even participate on the project. It's a blessing. Yeah. But trust me, like when I just got it, when I just heard it, that was a clip. I asked Winter to send me a clip of it because I wasn't even in studio. So I was like, bro, like anyway, I can get a video. He sent me a video, and I was like, what? I was like, damn, whoop whoop. Yeah, yeah. So blessing.
And for me, my child, and the song and the video, just it connected on a different wave. Um, it felt very literal. You did not have to put your children in the video, but I'm thankful because it made an extra special connection. And they're naturally acting or not acting, and it came across in the video. So it will be okay. Don't be afraid of this world, my child. Big up for those lyrics and that song
Thank
you
you,
did on this project.
thank you. No, it's fine. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Um, your aunt gave you some great things to work on, cycles. Why is it important to be a better man or to be the man that you want to be? And why is it important to build family? And this is with support or without support.
What a question. um,
Because you're so young,
yeah.
but you have some really great qualities about you. So I want people to think critically as to how they can deal with the cycles of life.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna need some time to really think about that one. That's on the spotlight. That's my brain just wiring all over the place. But it's a very important aspect to me. Overall family. I think it's the structure which love is built upon as well. Um, it's just a foundation of love overall, and I feel like a lot of times we miss that. We all here on earth as human beings are a family. It's the way we're created, the way things were intended to be for us to be a family, and it's very important that we model that in the homes that we are. And when it comes to cycles, there are a lot of unhealthy cycles that need to be broken to make space for a new way, a new line of thought, for the new generation. We're talking about the kind of legacy that we're trying to leave as well, as human beings. Like, what kind of taste you're trying to leave in the mouths, of your children, when you pass. That's one of the most important things to me is what's said when I'm not there, more than what's said in front of me. You know what I mean? So for me, it's a blessing to be able to be stewards of these children. They're not mine, but they belong to God. But for me, it's important that I be the best man I can be, set the best example I can set for these little human beings that will be going out into a big, bad, confusing, beautiful, painful, exciting world. It's all, yeah, it's important to me that they go out there with their hearts and minds intact. I feel like that's important. I feel like for me personally, I come from an age where, children are seen and not heard. I don't necessarily believe in that concept at all. I feel like from birth, there's a way that we have that each person has. And, I don't want to ever feel like I've stifled that in any way. I want my kids to be their own human being. You know what I mean? So I give them the space, a safe space for them to be themselves, and then this way too, it's a whole ripple effect because how they are treated here at home and how they are raised will have a lot to do with the kind of relationships, the quality of relationships that they have as adults as well, the way they view themselves as well as people, as adults. There are lots of people who are suffering from the way that cycles were. Even in their 40s, 50s, 60s, still haven't healed from many things that were tradition or cycles. And sometimes to break a cycle, it takes a lot of strength, it takes a lot of courage, it takes a lot of unlearning and relearning. It takes a lot of intentional, but it's worth it at the end of the day, It's worth it at the end of the day. So yeah, yeah, and you know what? It's a simple thing, but it's like just don't be afraid overall. It's like don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't be afraid to go for what you want. Don't be afraid of love. Love, what I mean? Love in every way possible. Love. Don't ever be too cool to be kind and appreciative of yourself and those around you. I feel like there are so many core values that have gone out of style these days. They're not really popular. And they're simple and very cliche, if you will. You know what I mean? But somehow we've missed even the cliche. You know what I mean? And we're trying to do too much. No, and it's really just for us to do and, scale it back a little bit and actually come back to the basics, of life, you know, compassion and care, concern for ourselves and each other, for the world at large, to stop ourselves from being indifferent to what's happening around us too. And then we can just be better human beings, you know. Yeah. A family affects a society, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's that's where it starts. So yeah, man.
Love it. I love it. Mortimer is our guest here, the Sunsplash Mix Show, and that leads us right to Whole Heap because maturing as I go through, as I grow, but you're still working on some of the things on the inside. Sometimes some people don't even get to that overstanding, like, you know what, I need some time. I need for kind of work on me. I need to be by myself. I need to just, I just need to just finish this. Explain that now in your young age. You've already faced sometimes that no, in these songs, I needed to tell people it's okay to be alone.
I didn't know experience. I didn't know experience don't carry age. You know that, right? They're a bit depending on how you were brought up or your experiences. Somebody can be 50 and somebody can be 10, and the 10-year-old has probably seen more of life than the 50-year-old. You know what I mean? In terms of experiences. So I might be young, but I've been through my fair share. As I'm sure we all have. We all have been through our own storms, you know what I mean? And been through the ride on our own potholes as we go along. So that song was really, just that, but also kind of bringing back to myself how appreciative I should be of what is now, regardless and in spite of all that I've been through. When I look at my life, there's nowhere else I'd rather be. You know what I mean? I hope to be way further in my dream and in my purpose as I go along. But where I'm at now, I'm surrounded by family that I love, my kids and my wife. I have the privilege of doing what I love, which is music. You know what I mean? I get to express myself through that as well. You know, I have a few good people in my life. I'm not so angry as I once was before about a lot of things, you know. I've come a far away from some old issues. I'm much lighter in spirit. And, you know, had it not been for just the time, you know, time is one of those things that, you know, time, you just give it time and give yourself some grace as you go along, you know, and you find that, you know, eventually, you know, it won't be perfect. You know, we still struggle with a lot of things, but I felt like it was important to talk to myself about that, you know what I mean? In all my observations of all that I've gone through, I'm still glad to be. It's what propelled me to be where I'm at today. You know what I mean? So I give thanks for that for sure. You know, 'cause the thing is, you know, sometimes we get so caught in the past. You know what I mean, that we don't make space for tomorrow. You know what I mean, and tomorrow's breeze might blow differently in a different direction. You know, so yeah, man.
Bruises. How did we come up with that with Kabaka Pyramid, Grammy Kid, and Levi?
Right. Yeah, man. Bruises. It's yeah. It was just my look into, you know, all the social injustice we faced. All the discrimination we've gone through, you know, and the mistreatment of ourselves and each other over the years, all because of our fear and our need for power and control. You know, I don't know. Somewhere along the line, you know, somebody felt like, you know, they were better than somebody here, or they were more of a human being than somebody here, or you know, the craziness that surround the whole mistreatment of each other. You know what I mean? And the bruises go, you know, just all the bruises seen and unseen. That's it. All the things that we choose to share and the things that we don't share, the things that we keep to our graves that bother us at night that only we one know. You know what I mean? And also the things too that we've seen with our own eyes and we've heard with our own ears, you know? Yeah. We bear many scars, man, you know? We all do. We all do.
And that's what makes us human. And
Yeah.
that's why I hope for people to all, well, if they can, because you have to reach a certain space to share. But it would humble us, well, many of us, if we share. We're really going through the same thing.
We are, which is why I can't understand why we fight so much. Because we're all the same. We all dream and we are all curious and we're all confused at some point in time and we're all in pain at some point in time and the blood that we bleed is, you know, it doesn't have a color but red and we all share that color. You know, we we all share a beating heart. So why do we act like we're so different? It's crazy to me. I don't know. You know, I don't know. We're not that different after all.
We can certainly go through each of the 14 tracks, but no, I want people to purchase this album more than stream. They can stream, but I want them to purchase this album. But before we go there, you had a wonderful European tour. Tell me who you were touring with.
Well, the last tour I was on was with Samurai and Tipi. You know, that was an awesome tour, as a matter of fact. I want to tell you, say, I was nervous about that tour at first because I don't generally love performing with tracks, you know what I mean? But I felt like at this stage of my life, you know, getting out of my comfort zone should be something that I do. You know what I mean? So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. Plus, you know, it's more than just track. It's Tippy's art as well. You know, the way he goes about it is different from just playing a track to sing to. You know what I mean? This is like he's all the instruments in one, just right there with you, and it's crazy. You know, full joy that tour. You know what I mean? Samri, I'm a big, even outside of Samri being my brethren, I'm a big fan of his music as well, even from before I met him. You know what I mean? I think he has a powerful voice, you know, and yeah, I just rate him, you know what I mean? Big fan. And Tippy too, you know. I rate him with all his works too, with Vaughn as well, God rest his soul, you know what I mean? I love Vaughn's music. absolutely crazy. You know what I mean? So it was just a whole it was a new experience for me. I also chose to do it because I know the importance of sound system to our culture, to the music as well, to reggae music and dancehall. Sound system play a vital role in the music and things. So I felt great to be a part of that as well. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, it was awesome, man. It was awesome. We were very well received. It was cold, which was perfect because I hate to be hot, hate the heat. You know what I mean? I prefer the cold all the time. You know, um, the nights were nice. I specifically loved the Jazz Cafe, especially because it was the first time being in England overall. And then that show was sold out for my first time being in England, and then it was sold out. The energy was awesome. We had a That's a one plus time. Yeah,
Kudos for that. And
Yeah, man.
we got to say congratulations. Do you know why?
Why?
I'm going to let you say it to him.
He has been the winner of the 2023 Impact Awards of the Caribbean Music Awards, our Caribbean
Oh.
Music Awards. Salute, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And thank you to the Caribbean Music Awards as well. And to everybody who's been rocking with our music, man, the music that we make and allow to flow through our hearts. Thank you. It's really super cool that everybody rocks with us. Love
Yeah.
always.
Ah, I got one more question before we let you move forward. My Own Tears. Who's playing the guitar?
That's that's Monty. You know
Sir
Monty?
Monty. Sir
Yes,
Monty.
sir, Monty. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's definitely Monty on the guitars there. You know what I mean? Yeah, I had that song for a minute, and then we worked on it after that. I remember I was at a writing camp with Chronix as well, and he also gave us some direction as to just how we should approach the progression and thing. And yeah, it was Monty Man the General.
We know it's all about when to press gas, when to hit the brakes, when to dive in,
Ah,
when to
ah.
hesitate.
Are
Love the
you looking at
lyrics,
the
man.
lyrics right now, or that's just
No,
like
no, no,
from
no,
you
no.
listening to it?
That's the one that's on repeat.
Oh man,
Yeah.
That's the one.
thank you, thank you. I
Incredible.
Man.
appreciate that. Love, love.
Yeah, because we have a level now. Myself, like I said in the beginning of our TruVersation, because it's not a conversation. Beginning of our
Yeah,
TruVersation, there's not as much music as a man in a good relationship, very healthy, that I can go out there and listen to. I have to search and find it. I know you guys are producing it. How do you feel when some of the media say, "Boy, no, no, reggae, no"? As a man, I gotta go find some dagger in music, some Rasta music, but you have an album with some good love and inner thought music.
thank you. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, yeah. And being and I want you should let people know too, like even as me as a fellow married man as well. Being in a healthy relationship doesn't mean that it's perfect. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that it's perfect. Everybody should know that. 'Cause I feel like it's important for me to say that because a lot of people might even watch that my video, for example, like lightning, and probably feel like like just bubbles and oh my gosh, and that song speaks to a very imperfectly perfect love. You know, and the relationship and all its nuances and all its moonlights and sunshines and you know, yeah.
Again, I want people to purchase this album, not because I said so. You can sample a little bit of it, but purchase the album, stream the music, buy the merch, buy the concert ticket. Let us
Wow.
know what platforms your music is available on.
All platforms, all major digital platforms, everywhere, everywhere. And if you want to stay tuned I'm not big on, I don't think the content bug has bit me yet or whatever, but I will always be posting my music and the music that we make. So if you do ever want to just stay in the loop, you can also follow me on Instagram as well. You know, yeah. If you ever want to, if your heart desires. Yeah.
And just spell your name.
Spell my name. Oh, Mortimer. Mortimer. My name is Mortimer George McPherson.
Jeez. And that means when you see him on tour, make sure for 2025 you ask him to sing "Where Would I Be?" Because we're saying that's going to be the crowd favorite. That song, "Where Would I Be?"
Ah, oh wow. That's the song. Is that your favorite song? What's your favorite song on the album?
That that is our reggae on the river, ratatam, some fest, summer jam. Everybody wanna, yeah, it's the universal song, right? The song, yeah, the
Okay, okay,
tempo,
okay.
musicianship, that's the song.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Big respect to Winter on that one specifically, you know? Yeah.
So big up to your entire team, and thank you for
My entire team. And all of you guys, I'd be nothing without you, man. You know? Just here doing my music.
we're a team. We're all a team in this industry.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you.